Hi and welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you can protect yourself as a director of a CIC so you are not personally liable. This is a really important video for all of you community interest companies out there, so do watch this to the end because I've got some really good advice. Before I get into that, please hit the subscribe button for everything to do with community interest companies, social enterprises, grant funding and all that jazz. Remember, I've got a new app, so if you join my membership, which is only $10.99, you can join my app and you'll get loads more videos like these, but better ones. So in my app, I've got masterclasses. So if you like this channel and find this useful, you'll absolutely love the masterclasses over on the app. So do go and get that. That's over on my kex.co.uk website. So that aside, let's get into it. So this is a really important video. Now I know I've got other videos here in this series which talk about how directors are not personally liable, but I wanted to make this video to make this really clear. So this is one of the advantages of having a community interest company rather than going out there doing community work yourself. So there are lots of people in our community that don't have a CIC and they're just out there, they're doing fundraising, they're doing, events, they're feeding the homeless, they're doing group work, they're doing really important stuff in the community. And they're doing that without having sort of the business structure over their heads. Now, this is a big risk for them because they are then personally liable. So for instance, say someone is offended, say somebody has an accident, or say they've taken money in fundraising and they're accused of something or whatever. So there's lots of things that could go wrong if you are out there doing community work, raising money and doing all this great work in the community. Unfortunately, there are people that could get jealous or could have a problem or be offended or something like that, who could sue you, could take small claims, who could make a complaint about you, or all these sorts of things. So how do you protect yourself? Well, one way to do that is to set up a community interest company, because when you are a community interest company, you are not personally liable, okay? So that means no one can sue you and then, you're made to sell your house to pay the money. Your personal assets are protected. No one can, ask you to pay money personally. So when you set up a community interest company, you guarantee it with £1. So you as a director will guarantee your community interest company by £1. That means that if your community interest company dissolves, you'd only lose £1. If someone sues you and it's, and the business becomes bankrupt, you just lose £1. So they cannot go for you as a person. You are protected. No director is personally liable. Another example, say something goes wrong with your CIC's grant funding and maybe you didn't deliver the project well or something went wrong with it and the grant funders are upset and they've said, right, this is a breach, you've now got to repay £10,000 for your grant fund. If that happens, you are not personally liable and none of your directors are. So the CIC is personally liable for the grant repayment, and so it's only the CIC that can be taken to small claims court by the grant funder. So that gives you that extra protection. And then say the worst case happens, someone sues you for a load of money and they win, you can just dissolve the company. So you would just dissolve the company, say, well, there's no assets in the company, that's why you should have no assets in it. You just dissolve the company and that's it. You just walk away as a director. So this is why it's really important to, if you are out there doing community work, to make sure you actually set it up as a community interest company so you are protected personally. Of course, you should also get insurance, public liability insurance for your CIC. That's really important that you do that, because then if you have that, then you don't have to be dissolving, because if anything goes wrong, obviously your insurance will cover it. So do make sure you get insurance. You can also get director's insurance. It's not very much, it's like 25 quid. So I've got a link in this video about how you can get director's insurance and personal liability insurance as a CIC. So if you're thinking of setting up a CIC and you've watched this and you're someone that is out there doing this and you want to know more, then do go to my website and have a look at my course, How to Set Up a CIC and Get Grant Funding in 4 months. I've helped hundreds of people this year set up their CICs and they're all getting fantastic grants and doing amazing, impactful work in the community whilst being protected by the fact that they are set up as a CIC. So I hope that video was useful. If it was, please hit the like button.